The zone was not meant for life. Not for humans, not for any creature, not even for scavengers that could eat rocks if hunger demanded it. Radiation levels flickered like broken neon. Storms twisted the sky into a permanent bruise, and the land itself seemed alive with hunger. Every animal that had wandered in had either fled, screaming, mutated, or vanished entirely. The lethal zone was a warning, a red line drawn across the galaxy. Stay out. Yet humans had not only entered, they had settled. The settlement appeared one day, rising from the cracked soil like something carved from stubborn will. Structures of salvaged metal and reinforced polymers jutted out of the wasteland, connected by makeshift walkways and towers that hummed with energy. It had no name at first. Locals in nearby systems called it the Ghost Village. Soon, everyone in the surrounding sectors knew its reputation. Predators, raiders, even the most fearsome creatures avoided it. Not out of caution, but something else: curiosity, or perhaps fear. They didn't just avoid it. They watched at the edge of the settlement. Commander Isla Ray tightened the straps of her armor. Her suit shimmered under the faint lightning that arced across the toxic clouds, giving her the look of a creature born from the storms themselves. She had spent 5 years in the zone, longer than anyone thought possible. 5 years carving life out of death, building a settlement that should not exist. Behind her, the humans moved with efficiency. Children ran between reinforced walkways, carrying tools and containers of water. Drones hovered over fields of bioengineered crops, shielding them from radioactive spores. Soldiers patrolled the perimeter with weapons that could fell creatures 3 times their size. But none had fired a shot in weeks. The predators had learned. They knew better than to challenge humans here. Isla glanced at the horizon, where shadows twisted unnaturally. She could feel the mice watching. The predators were here, not to attack, but to observe. A massive quadruped, taller than a tank, prowled the ridge like a silent guardian. Its skin glimmered with a strange metallic sheen, its gaze fixed on the settlement. It sniffed the air, then turned and vanished. Another came, sleek and jet black, moving with liquid grace. Even the sky predators circled at a cautious height, dipping closer only when a human ventured near the edge. "Commander," a voice crackled in her cum. "Perimeter sensors detect another anomaly. Approaching fast." Ela frowned. "Estimate size and threat." The display showed a creature unlike any recorded in the Galactic database. Tall, armored, limbs like jagged metal, and eyes that reflected the storm. "It's observing." "No aggression detected yet," her lieutenant reported. Ela's lips tightened. That was human instinct. To fear, to doubt. But humans in the zone had learned something different. Instinct could be trained, and fear could be transformed into power. They had survived here by mastering the zone, not just enduring it. The creature stopped at the edge of the clearing. It tilted its head, as if studying them, calculating. For a long moment, it simply watched. Then it turned and slowly walked away. Others followed. The predators had made their choice. Humans were no longer prey. There was something else entirely, something to respect. Inside the main settlement dome, Isla convened a council. Engineers, scientists, and military strategists leaned over holographic maps of the surrounding wasteland. The zone was unpredictable. Storms could shift entire ridges overnight. Radiation spikes could fry electronics. And the creatures, though hesitant now, were still lethal. Expansion is inevitable. Dr. Mavic, the chief scientist, said. The zone offers resources no one else can reach. Metals, energy, nodes, bio, all waiting for a human mind to harvest them. And yet, Isla said, her voice calm, we are still the only human presence here. Why do they not attack? Why do the predators stop and watch? No one answered at first. Then, young Scout Lieutenant Kale spoke. It's the way we survive. They sense the difference. Humans here adapt. They innovate. We do not just react. We anticipate. Even the deadliest creature in the galaxy knows better than to challenge that. The room was silent. It was not bravery that had earned respect. It was intelligence, creativity, and unshakable resolve. Humans had turned the zone from death into opportunity. The predators understood that. They had no choice but to watch. Days passed. Storms raged with unprecedented fury, yet the settlement endured. Crops grew under protective shields. Water purifiers filtered acid rain. Every challenge became a testament to human ingenuity. Every predator that lingered at the edges became a silent witness to the miracle of life carved out of a wasteland. One evening, as the twin suns dipped beneath the horizon, a massive predator emerged from the darkness. Its body was scarred, its eyes fierce, and it moved with the precision of a seasoned hunter. It approached the settlement cautiously, yet without fear. Children froze in the walkways. Soldiers readied their weapons, but Isla held up her hand. The creature stopped a mere few meters away. It studied the humans. It sniffed the air. Then, slowly, it lowered its massive head, a gesture of recognition. The humans did not flinch. They had trained themselves to meet the eyes of death and remain unshaken. The predator turned and vanished, leaving a strange calm in its wake. Even the storm seemed to pause, as if paying respect. Weeks later, news spread across neighboring systems. Merchants, explorers, and diplomats whispered tales of the settlement in the zone. Some called it madness. Others called it legend. The humans who made predators stop and watch, they said. The ones who built life where nothing should exist. Isla stood on the highest tower, overlooking the settlement. Below, humans went about their work. Fields of crops swayed in filtered sunlight. Children laughed. Drones hummed overhead. Soldiers patrolled the perimeter, vigilant but unchallenged. Even the predators lingered at the edges, watching silently, learning, adapting. Humans had turned fear into power, death into life, and chaos into order. She whispered to herself, almost lost in the roar of the storm, we are human. We survive, we thrive. And nothing, not the deadliest predator, not the fiercest storm, not the galaxy itself will stop us. In the heart of the zone, life had been reclaimed. Not by technology alone, not by brute force, but by the unyielding spirit of humans. The predators had learned to respect them. The zone had learned to yield to them. And the galaxy, far beyond, would soon learn the same. The settlement stood as a testament, not just to survival, but to humanity itself. Predators stopped. Storms paused. Even the stars seemed to hold their breath. Humans had arrived, and nothing, not the lethal zone, not the creatures, not even time itself, would ever forget it. Asterisk,